Aloha, you're watching F5 On Demand. I'm Peter Silva. We're here at the Moscone Center in the city by the bay for VMworld 2014. And as you know, F5 and VMware have been longtime partners and deep integration within our technology solutions. And who better to talk about the F5 VMware partnership than our Vice President of Business Development, Calvin Rowland. Calvin, always great to see you.
Always great to be here.
Now, incidentally, the first time Calvin and I were on camera was 5 years ago. Check it out, October 9th, 2009. And I looked at it, Calvin, and we could have shot it yesterday. We haven't aged a bit.
You're a fantastic liar. I love that. Yes, we actually had thick manes of black hair back then, but now we've got a little bit of gray. But otherwise, we look exactly the same. Exactly the same.
So one of the things I'd like to know, if you could bring us up to date a little bit about the F5 VMware partnership, but I'm actually more interested in general about why do organizations actually have these technology partnerships in today's application-driven world?
Sure. Regarding the VMware Alliance, it's one of our deepest alliances. It's one that we've had in our portfolio for quite some time. And that's why we're here at VMworld, and encourage everybody to come to the booth to find out about the number of integration points and go-to-marketplace that we have with VMware. At the meta level, though, to answer your question, technology alliances have never been more important in our industry than right now. There's a paradigm shift that's happened. A paradigm shift with a market that now expects highly integrated, or at a minimum, highly integratable solutions. Mm-hmm. So the markets that F5 is in and or seek to serve, that is the expectation. Customers are no longer satisfied with picking best-of-breed technologies off the shelf, if you will, and deploying them on their own or via a systems integrator, if you will, for hire to come and integrate those solutions. Deployment never goes away per se, but they expect an easy button, if you will. They want to get to value much more quickly than ever before. Now, that's great news for F5 because of the layer 4 through 7 services that we have that drive application delivery. Those are still required, and because of the nature of those technologies, those are still required in this paradigm shift, and because of the nature of those technologies, we're at an interesting pivot point where we're an enabler of these highly integrated solutions. So that's great news for us because that gives F5 an opportunity in the exercise and engaging in commerce to more effectively mine the total addressable market that we have as a result of our portfolio of offerings. It's not bad news, but the other news, though, is that we've got to do the work. Yeah. We've got to do the work to actually have those highly integrated or at a minimum integratable solutions, and that's why we have the alliances. We have to put F5 in the best position possible vis-a-vis the titans of technology so that we can drive that value more quickly for our customers.
And we certainly have the business relationship, the sales relationship, but it goes obviously much deeper into even our product development teams, right?
Absolutely. In fact, it starts on the other end of the spectrum. You sit down with the partner. Okay, what can we do now that's of value, that's desired with technologies that currently exist? Mm-hmm. Okay, there's a documentation exercise there. However, given that paradigm shift, more likely what we're going to do is go through an analysis. What sort of gaps do we need to fill to be able to have that highly integrated solution, right? What work is required to do that? So there's a product management stewardship that's required en route to a product development stewardship that is required. My organization is responsible for ensuring that peering takes place, right? There's a prioritization exercise that's required on both sides, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Kind of like the Seinfeld episode, yada, yada, yada. You just add water, it's not that easy. You get to the point where you have something that's of consequence, of value. And then, as we would say, you light up the field. Some subset of those solutions are so overwhelmingly valuable that you go through that go-to-market exercise where you then hand it off to the field. Yep. But you have to go all the way back to the beginning of actual business need that can be satisfied via technology, do the work, and then you hand off to the sales organizations, enable them so they speak with one voice.
And you were mentioning just now the filling the gaps, these challenges that customers are facing in today's technology shift. And so what is kind of F5's philosophy or guiding principles in terms of how we go about our technology alliances?
Sure. The customer need is our source of purity, if you will. The North Star towards which we sail is customer requirements, right? Now, the permutations run amok, right? Customer deployments are like snowflakes. You've heard me use this line before. From far away, they all look alike. You get up close to them, no two are exactly alike.
Sure.
But you do have uniformity of base requirements, if you will. But within that construct of the permutation, certain customers are going to go in one architectural direction. Some customers are going to go in another architectural direction. And in the alliances business, sometimes people will talk about playing Switzerland or we're an arms dealer. And we take a dim view towards that vernacular because at the end of the day, we're not Switzerland. We're not just standing on the sidelines. We're not an arms dealer, right? We are looking to nourish the interest of our customers. And so customers that are interested in going in this direction, whichever direction it may be, here is our differentiated offering with this alliance partner. If you choose to go this direction, we are all in this way. Right. Oh, this set of customers wants to go in a slightly different or augmented in some material way architectural direction. Here's our differentiated offering with this alliance partner or this portfolio of partners that are pursuing that strategy in the marketplace. Right. At the end of the day, it's about driving customer value. If there's enough demand out there in the marketplace to make the effort meritorious on our side, we are going to do that. And obviously VMware is one of the alliance partners where that's clearly one of the vectors we're traveling on as it relates to driving that customer value. And so that's why we're here, and that's why they're one of our key alliance partners.
And then if you take enough of those, individual snowflakes and then pack them all together, then you got a pretty powerful snowball, right?
Yes, absolutely, and it starts rolling. It becomes an avalanche of customer satisfaction.
Right.
I don't know if that's going to take off, but let's go with that right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we're going to reuse that line, but you get the idea.
And I understand because I've spoken with VMware too. They're just as excited and about our partnership and committed to and all that as I know.
That's absolutely right. We are in a cadence of executive peering unlike any other time in the Alliance's history. Where at the executive level, the product development organization, the product management organization, the sales organization, the marketing organizations, we are peered, meeting quarterly. Dean Darwin, our SVP of marketing, and myself are meeting with the CMO of VMware this afternoon. We're meeting with the Vice President of Marketing for the End User Computing Group as well. Dean met with the Vice President responsible for marketing for the NSBU, et cetera. So we are peered in all the ways that our customers would expect us to. Because, again, it comes down to satisfying the things that they are asking for. It's not us trying to foist something upon them or change the disposition that they otherwise would not have. Again, they are the North Star towards which we're sailing, and that's why we're doing the work we're doing.
Right, creating true business value for those organizations.
Yeah. It's not technology looking for a problem to solve.
Right.
It's a business need being satisfied via these architectural and technological approaches.
Excellent stuff. I always love talking with you, Calvin.
The pleasure is all mine.
So a little bit more about our Alliances program and our business development from the guy who runs it. Right on.
Appreciate the opportunity to speak with everybody.
So reporting from San Francisco, I sang City by the Bay earlier, but I couldn't get any background vocals help. So for Calvin, I got Robert behind the lens. Thank you, Robert. I'm Peter, and we're with F5 Networks. Thanks for watching.